Obesity is a complex, multifactorial condition, and while food is often at the center of popular blame, it is by no means the only, or even the primary, driver of the global obesity epidemic. One of the most overlooked yet deeply influential contributors to weight gain is the dramatic decline in physical activity across societies. Sedentary lifestyles have become the norm in many parts of the world, largely due to the conveniences of modern life, and their impact on human metabolism, energy balance, and long-term health is profound. For much of human history, survival required constant movement, walking long distances, hunting, gathering, building, lifting, cultivating. Our bodies evolved to thrive on this regular physical exertion. In stark contrast, modern work environments, entertainment habits, and modes of transportation all encourage extended sitting, minimal effort, and low daily energy expenditure. A typical adult may now spend 10 to 12 hours per day seated, at a desk, in a car, on a couch. Even children and teenagers, once naturally active through play and outdoor exploration, are increasingly sedentary due to screen time, virtual learning, and indoor lifestyles. When physical activity becomes a rare rather than routine part of life, the body struggles to maintain metabolic balance, regardless of how healthy one's diet may appear. A person consuming a moderate amount of calories can still gain weight if their energy output is chronically low. Over time, this imbalance, consistently taking in more energy than the body uses, leads to fat accumulation, metabolic dysfunction, and hormonal imbalances that further disrupt appetite and energy use. Crucially, the absence of movement doesn't just affect the number of calories burned. Sedentarism has been shown to alter insulin sensitivity, increase inflammation, reduce mitochondrial efficiency, and promote muscle loss. All of these changes undermine metabolic health and set the stage for weight gain that is difficult to reverse through dietary changes alone. Blaming obesity purely on overeating or poor food choices also risks ignoring socioeconomic, psychological, and environmental contributors. Many individuals who gain weight are not eating excessive calories by global standards, but are living in environments that offer few safe spaces for movement, little time for recreation, and high levels of stress. For example, long commutes, low-paying jobs with little time off, and digital overstimulation all play a role in keeping people seated, tired, and disconnected from physical experiences that would otherwise help regulate weight. Moreover, when people are told their weight is solely the result of gluttony or laziness, the shame can further isolate them from behaviors, like joining group exercise or going outside, that support long-term health. This isn't to say diet is irrelevant. Excessive consumption of ultra-processed foods, high in sugars and refined fats, does contribute to weight gain and metabolic disease. But when trying to understand why obesity rates have skyrocketed in recent decades, the more telling question might be, why has our baseline energy output dropped so dramatically? It's not just about larger portion sizes. It's about the absence of natural movement throughout the day. Elevators have replaced stairs, cars have replaced walking, and screens have replaced nearly every physically engaging pastime. This trend isn't limited to adults. It starts young, with many children now spending more hours in front of screens than playing outdoors. The good news is that even small increases in physical activity can make a difference. Standing more during the day, walking short distances instead of driving, stretching, or moving during screen breaks. These actions don't need to be intense workouts to offer real benefits. Studies have shown that just reducing sitting time by an hour or two per day can lower markers of inflammation, improve blood sugar regulation, and help prevent weight gain. Reintroducing movement into daily life not as punishment or exercise, but as a natural, energizing part of being human, can shift both physical and mental well-being. In our quest to reduce obesity, it is critical not to oversimplify the problem. Food matters, but it is not the sole enemy. When we recognize the role that sedentary lifestyles play, interacting with diet, stress, sleep, and social factors, we move toward a more compassionate, realistic approach to health. Encouraging movement in everyday life, designing cities and jobs that allow for more physical engagement, and celebrating activity as a joyful human need, not a chore, will be essential in reversing the tide of weight-related chronic diseases. It's not just about what we eat, it's also about how much we move and, perhaps even more importantly, how we live.